going to focus on the emergency brake mechanism. As mentioned before, mine is functioning, but it got totally destroyed at the bottom of the housing. So bought this used one, and we're gonna take this apart. So I've already began. I've taken out some screws that do the top portion. This portion also, I've taken this apart already. I've disconnected the cable, and I'm surprised to see when I took this apart, the back side is the ECU for the unit. Everything else inside is pretty basic. You have the mechanism. So the ECU just plugs right into here. So upon taking this apart, I got a little foolish and I said, oh, well, maybe this motor portion is the piece that's not working. And what I should have done, put power and a negative to these terminals, and I could have checked to see if it worked. But being stupid and a little gung-ho, I took these off and I was pulling on this. Now what happens when you pull on that, you separate the internal motor from its area that holds the brushes. So they came out, springs came flying out, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what have I done? So it took a long time to finally put that back together. What I had to do, I actually had to line the inside of the motor, electric motor, with electrical tape to keep those brushes intact. Then I had to slide the shaft through, get it into position, because you're fighting this magnet as it goes through and it wants to pull those brushes in. So got it in position, and then I slid that electrical tape out and it kept the brushes in place. So I'm gonna try and, so after I got it all back together, I'm like, oh great, will it actually even work? I hooked, finally got smart, and I hooked power up to this, and I was careful. I would just, one way would extend it, then I'd flip the power around, and then it would bring it in. So I got it to the fully extended portion that it would be not activating the parking brake. So I know this mechanism works. So I'm hoping, only issue on this one was the ECU portion. And I know I have that one that works on the 458. So plan is take the back bumper off again and take this off. I do have a brand new mount, or new to me, with a trumpet. I have no idea what that's for. I'm guessing cooling, or I don't know. Anybody know what this little trumpet doohickey is engineered for? Let me know. Come up with some ideas. I don't know. Anyway, gonna put that on because the other one got twisted and broken, and put this back together with the new ECU and see if the parking brake activates it. So the biggest concern I have, I don't want to use the cable that it came with, because the outer sleeve actually goes back and forth. It's not connected where it should be anymore, and the one I do have is good. Biggest thing is I think I have to power up the car, put it into car wash mode to keep that emergency brake off, and then I should be able to disconnect it from the housing here, and I should just be able to snap that back on and put this back in place, instead of having to go behind the bumper and disconnecting the parking cable there, because I've done that once before and it was not fun. So I'm hoping I can do it this way. Okay, let's get started. Here's a rusted clip that I do want to replace. I did order quite a few of these from Ferrari itself. I just hate to put this car back together and know there's obvious rusted components like that. It's still strong and intact. I just believe once you have it apart, let's get rid of all that. So this makes a little more space to take apart the e-brake. So I'm hoping I can release it from here. I'm hoping not to have to release it from here again. It's doable, but it's under a lot of tension. I'll take off the e-brake and we'll see how loose that gets, but I'm hoping I can do it down here. Started the car, put it into car wash mode, and also released the parking brake. And now this is nice and loose. So I'm not going to disconnect it here. I'm going to disconnect it at the hard mount here on the control unit. I've disconnected the power to the ECU. So even if that power, the car wash times out, this should not reactivate. So next step, take these two bolts off, go underneath, and take this whole unit out. Okay guys, so took this apart, and I was surprised to see that when the e-brake is fully not on tension, that this is still quite a bit down into this shaft here. So I'm going to document how this all looks, because I have the other one completely pulled to the very end so I can get this cable out. So I think what I have to do is connect power to those two electrodes and get this shaft all the way out and document how that looks when it's not under tension. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so that's coming out. And that's as far as it goes. Okay. So positive on that side, negative on that side, makes it go out. Then boom. There we go. Okay, so this time we're going to reverse that and try to keep that in there. So I'm gonna try and one hand this. Let's do this. I can get that jammed in there. Don't want to keep tension on that. Okay, I must have this situated differently. So I'm just wondering, it should have been the opposite way, and I have it backwards, so that might make a difference for the ECU if I have that polarity incorrect. So I have to make sure it's the same way. Darn it, gotta take that sucker back apart, and that ain't fun. I don't know if I have the polarity right here, but I will know when I go to try. Oh, let's go the other way. Okay, let's leave it at that. Okay. Oh, messed that up. Might have to hook it up again. Oh yeah, I gotta hook it up again. Okay, so I gotta make sure I have those lined up, because I didn't. So close. So actually, might be able to. No. Darn it. Thought I would have enough space to do that. Oh, maybe. No, have to release it. Darn it. And let's hope I have it right. See what that'll do. Looks about right. I'm a little worried about that because it's a little different from the other one, but I don't see how it makes any contact with anything, so we'll see how it goes. Just doesn't stick up as high as the other one, so maybe that was some of the issue. We'll soon see. What I know as being the good ECU, put that back in place. So hopefully that all came nice on the camera. Again, kind of a one-man show here. So I was able to hook up power. All depends how I put it, if it went in and out. So I think I got it almost to the point that it was with the old one. And this housing is undamaged, which is spectacular. Very expensive, these modules. Goes like that. Okay, now hopefully this wants to line up or I have to take it apart again. Okay, got it fitted. Everything looks in good shape. Put our 10mm nuts back on. 4 of them. A little bit of a rush today. Dominic has a hockey tournament. Us Canadians like to play hockey. So we have a bit of a drive to go to and we have to be there a little early before the game starts. And so I'm just trying to rush this to get it done. So connected and I heard the mechanism activate. So let's go see if it starts. Okay, so park brake is on. Park brake is off. Park brake on. Yes, it works. Okay, let's go see how tight that cable is. Okay, nice and tight. It definitely is activated. Yeah. So unless there's big issues that come down the road, I think success today, making one part out of 2, saved me well over $1,000 buying a brand new one. They are expensive, so happy it all worked out. Cross our fingers that it continues to work. We'll know more when vehicle's all together on its wheels. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I have not seen anything like this on YouTube before. So, you know, lucky that you can activate that motor just by positive, negative and get that to go in and out. And you can change that out. All right, take care, guys.